Elon Musk explains why SpaceX won't reach Mars. Landing on the moon was a dream that was finally fulfilled in 1972. As scientists got excited about exploring space, Elon Musk today has become a symbol of space exploration obsession. However, the planned trip is no longer to the moon but Mars. The real question though is whether the obstacles that threaten the trip are strong enough. In this video, we take a look at some of the challenges of going to Mars. But before we start, make sure you click on the like button to sign the register and subscribe to our channel to get more videos on Elon Musk and his businesses. If humans were to live anywhere else in the universe, it would probably be Mars, since it provides a semi-Earth atmosphere for life. However, the small differences have a huge impact on humans' ability to permanently establish a human civilization there. There has been a lot of research going into studying Mars, and every single piece of information has formed part of a greater and better understanding of the planet in relation to human beings. The launch to Mars can only happen every 2 years, and the window to do so is short. This is because when measuring the distance between Earth and Mars, the shortest distance is when Mars and Earth are closest to each other in their orbits and around the Sun. The two planets also move in their orbits, and that means that flights will be directed to where Mars will be when humans arrive, and not necessarily where Mars will be at the time of the launch. At this point, the distance to Mars will be 33.9 million miles. Now, you might be shocked at how close this may seem in relation to distances between planets, but since the planets move, the actual trip will take around 300 million miles to complete. Most reports believe the journey to be about 6 or 7 months, but realistically it can take between 5 to 10 months in total. Now, that's a long trip. Now the immediate problems with such a trip are obviously fuel refilling, food packing, and other various logistical problems. This would be a problem for only a few astronauts, never mind a whole civilization of human beings. The distance also means that if something wrong happens, waiting up to 10 months for help might not be the best situation. It will mean that there will absolutely be no help for anyone who needs earthly support. Being in the middle of nowhere for all these months means during that time, there won't be any Earth's atmosphere benefits, and therefore less power may be generated and things might just turn frosty. There is also a mental health concern that comes with being in a void space for so long. To make this more clear, imagine spending 7 months in a cabin in space with no gravity. Since this has never happened before, there are more risks that may not be immediately known to researchers. I guess this will be a travel at your own risk situation. Elon Musk has said that no one would be forced to go to Mars, but only those who are truly willing will go. Studies have been done on astronauts who have been in space for a while, and results show some of them losing their eyesight and having health issues, particularly around the cardiovascular and speculation system. This also comes with a likelihood of depression and extreme anxiety levels. The bigger problem with the trip, though, seems to be all the radiation that the people traveling will face in the length of the trip. This may cause cancer in most travelers. Basically, it seems most travelers would arrive on Mars sick, mentally disturbed, or even dead, making the whole trip fruitless, especially if among the dead are the most important people in the crew assigned to establish civilization on Mars. Elon Musk has been exposed to the research and results from the research to know the dangers of such a trip to Mars. He has, however, suggested certain technologies that could help prevent some dangers, and this includes sending nuclear rockets to bomb the areas where humans land. This would in some way create a balance in the atmosphere for humans, and human life would then need to improve the area over time through inventions of newer technology. If technology is created to help us get to Mars safely, there are more challenges that we would face there, even with Elon Musk's nuclear solution helping with the settling. Human beings need both food and water to survive, and this is where we run into problems with staying on Mars. With problems in water supply and the ability to grow food, it leaves us with only one option: using technology to produce these for humans. Robotic mining is currently the best solution for food security on Mars. These tests would obviously need to be experimented with while we are hereby trying to grow food in space. This could help provide for the trip to Mars, as well as become a permanent solution for those who will permanently settle on Mars. There are already studies on how to grow meat in the lab using cells to artificially generate them to grow into something sizable to eat. This is because farming animals on Mars would be impractical at this stage due to the amount of time it takes to get to Mars and all the other challenges involved. Current research in growing food for Mars through artificial processes has been focused on low-calorie food items, including green vegetables. The idea of importing food from the Earth is out of the equation. Professor Sadam, from the School of Mineral Energy Resources Engineering, has confirmed that the biggest challenge with life on Mars would be water, as the country is covered by ground and hard surfaces. He continues to suggest that the process of finding water and processing it for human consumption would be the work of robots and not necessarily humans. Humans, in fact, need to find water already available and suitable for consumption. A human being would not survive a few days without water, and therefore it might cause the biggest obstacle for the trip if there are no ways of finding this solution. Hydrogen is another element that needs to be ready before humans land on the planet. All these preparations will also depend on the number of people who will be transported to Mars. 110 people are suitable enough to kickstart civilization on Mars, according to various researches. However, the demand or lack thereof would be a true reflection of how many people would be going to Mars. Elon Musk has boldly predicted that by 2050, there will be a civilization of over 1 million people living on Mars. This is considering that all solutions for the trip are found, as there would need to be about 1,000 starships to transport everyone there. Elon Musk's idea of having so many people on Mars is that it will help accelerate new tech development on Mars and allow quicker development of cities there. The biggest question, however, is why are all these robotic ways of creating life on Mars not already happening on Earth? However, for Musk, who has been building machines that help improve life on Earth, this question might be more relevant to a scientist who is more concerned with sustaining current technology instead of improving it. The view is that everything that has to do with Mars is not business. So there is no incentive for companies that would be able to create technologies to improve life on Mars. Currently, Musk seems to be one of the very few businessmen interested in exploring Mars. Companies would be more interested in such products if they were able to sell them and get revenue into their businesses. The Mars project being reliant on simply spending without any return means that it will have to be driven by passion and not profit. There is hope, however, in companies like Lockheed Martin and Boeing, who are spending as much as $500 per kilogram of fuel for the spaceships. Though slow, larger tech companies are beginning to soften up to the idea of transporting humans to space. If more people become more invested in the trip, perhaps this could lessen doubts about traveling to Mars and establish resources to make this possible, and cheaper due to human will to achieve this. There is also an idea among many scientists that a trip to Mars could first begin by trying to implement all said plans on the Moon. Elon Musk has not commented on this, as his focus is simply on Mars. Those passionate about Mars will have to know how they would bring those plans to life. That brings us to the end of today's video. Do you think going to Mars will be something that will be realized by 2050 as Elon Musk suggests? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Remember to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this.